it on the level. Keep it on the level. I'm climbing up the.
What's going on, Nasty Nation? It's Nasteey, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Rakan support in Season 10. If you guys go on to enjoy this video or find it helpful, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. That's a little bit of an unfortunate start, but we'll make this game work. So, Rakan support, the reason I'm making this video is because Rakan in Season 10 is a much different champion in the sense that you have to play him a lot more different because of the meta, the way that the game is kind of played out. The game essentially has turned into engage support meta or engage tank support meta. So even though Rakan is a engage support, he doesn't have that tank aspect. So he struggles a little bit. When he goes in, he dies really easily, and if these other engaged tank supports go in on Rakan, he can't really reciprocate, and he also just dies really easily. So we're gonna be I'm gonna be showing how to kind of adapt to this and play a little bit differently and fit the needs that your team has. One big thing that I'm going to be showing you guys very early on in this video is how the lane phase is played, and these days it's not going to be the most active, it's not going to be the most fun on Rakan. Also, let me go ahead and show you guys the runes that I have here. It's pretty standard stuff. Those of you guys who haven't seen it, I actually just put out my Season 10 Rakan guide video. And in that video I basically break down, you know, runes, builds, combos, all that good stuff. But telling you guys how to do one thing and show you guys how to do one thing are two entirely different things. So hopefully in this video I can kind of help you guys out, show you guys rather than just tell you guys. But yeah, like I was saying, the lane phase is going to be a lot more reserved than you're probably used to seeing on Rakan. However, luckily in this lane phase, this bot lane did not do a good job. I'm going to ignite here early. See if I can force a flash or a heal. Lucian will barely live there. But yeah, this lane is actually going to be a little bit different because the bot lane did a really bad job of controlling the wave level 1. So I was able to just walk up, auto attack the wave, get priority, get level 2 before them, and then engage on them. Now I can definitely go for some more engages here, but I have to be careful still because we don't know where the jungler is. Lucian still has his dash, so if I go in, Lucian dashes it, and then Leona just CC locks me, I'm going to be in some trouble. Also, as you can see here, Leona is playing towards the front of the wave. She's kind of showing her confidence. She knows that even though we did get some sums there, they still have the better lane matchup, and they can definitely still beat us in this lane. So Hecarim is actually pathing towards the bot side, so I'm going to ping for some assistance. I'm also going to try to thin out this wave right now, because even though the wave is pushing towards us, and that's what we want, a wave this big isn't entirely what we want. If the wave is that big early game, if we're fighting, we're going to run into some trouble. What I do here is wait for my Hecarim to show up, I suppose. Yeah, so a bit of a problem right there is just the fact that the minions are a little too heavy right there, and that's why we did want to thin it out. One thing I do want to point out there is just the fact that I did not use my W right away because Lucian had his dash. I made sure to wait until Lucian no longer had his dash for me to use my W, and I think we played that well. The only downside here is just the simple fact that they have a stronger lane phase. They also did have Ignite up as well because I had to use my Ignite earlier in order to try to get some summoners out of them. So overall, not that bad. We did go 1 for 1. Leona got a kill there. Actually, I'm not sure who got the kill because there was that level 1 kill. So I'm not sure if Leona got the kill right there or if she got it earlier or whatnot. But what we do know is that they're all down on sums right now. So Hecarim can very easily repeat this. I'm going to try to guide him this direction. I have a control ward. We know that the jungler is topside, so this can be very free if we just have Hecarim path down this way. Wave's also in a pretty good spot. It will push eventually, but as for now, it's a little bit more on our side. Lucian looks like he's going to back up. Maybe Hecarim probably won't have the opportunity to come down. Be sure to proc my Relic Shield. That's another thing also. The Relic Shield meta is kind of in for Rakan right now. Last season, you had the option to either go Spell Thieves if you wanted to play aggressive, or Coin if you wanted to play defensively. This season, because there's no Coin, Relic Shield kind of replaces that option. Also, it's a lot easier to last hit minions with Relic Shield this season, so definitely that option there for you if you are looking to play safer, not necessarily go for as many kills and kind of just get gold in a very reliable way. Also, you're a little bit tankier, which is a big plus. I'm holding on to my W here. I want to wait for Lucian to dash before I use it. I could have potentially used my W on Leona right there, but more than anything, I'm looking to engage on Lucian when they do go in on me like that. This isn't a very aggressive lane, even though we played aggressive at the level 2. This is still a lane that we lose, so even when they're engaging on me like that, I'm not trying to just run straight at them and fight 2-on-2. I'm only going to be looking for these 2-on-2 fights if it's one that I like, or if I get an advantage in the sense of Lucian using a dash or something like that. But for the most part, just going to be hanging back. Rakan in Season 10 is all about being smart, making it to that mid game, making sure you're not running it down early, and then just popping off in team fights, having these big engages then. Because even though Rakan is squishier, he still has the ability to get in and get out of these team fights. One benefit that Rakan does have in comparison to tank supports is tank supports, when they engage, it's kind of a one-way road. Tank supports go in and they kind of expect to die, and if they don't die, it's because they just managed to walk straight out. A little bit late to this, but I think we still have time to get there. They're going to be taking a bunch of damage. I'm probably going to have to flash out here. This is not going to be the fight that we want. I got charmed there, or taunted by the Shen, so I went in on the Echo to get the execute there. Didn't get lucky enough. Managed to barely live with a little bit of health. At the end of the day, it's not that bad, though. It was a 4v5. First dragon isn't going to hurt us too much. Again, all we really care about is that late game fight. We just care about getting to mid to late game and team fighting with our team as Rakan. Like I was saying, though, before that dragon fight broke out, as Rakan, you don't have the pleasure of being tanky. So someone like Leona can go in. If she doesn't die, it's mainly because she's able to just walk straight out. But Rakan does not have that benefit, so in order to live as Rakan, you have to keep up your mobility. Keep up at least one of the dashes on your E, maybe even flash, but usually you're using your flash to get into the fight. But he does have that benefit of having mobility, so he can actually get out of fights, instead of having to have that one-way ticket to death, pretty much, that most tank supports are going to be having. Also worth noting, we are going for the W max order. It's just a preference thing. There is also the QEW max, and that is something that I mentioned in my Rakan guide. And if you guys haven't checked that one out, I think this bot lane might have recalled. I'm a little bit behind in XP, but the bot lane is also not level 6 yet, so I'm not that far behind. I think I've given Kaisa just a little bit of extra solo experience, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all if you're able to give your ADC solo XP, but you don't want to do it too much because then you'll fall extremely far behind. We have a pretty good setup right now with the Glacial Shroud. That's going to give us some 10% CDR, which is always nice for engaging. We also got boots, so with tier 1 boots, I might look to go mid here. They have a brand mid, which is pretty uncommon these days because of how immobile it is, so it could really have some trouble. I'm probably just going to go straight up the lane phase just because Orianna is already struggling. Make sure I get that kill over. And because my ADC seems to be pretty safe at the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and help push this in. Echo's still hanging around, so he might be looking to do something cheesy by flashing onto the Ori and then ulting out, but by all of us staying here, we can just push that wave in, help Orianna out a bit, and now we can go down here. Now Leona might be looking to dive on Kaisa, so I might hang out over here and see if she goes in first. He backs up though, so now I'll walk in. Again, even though we're 6 now, we got a couple assists under our belt. We're definitely not feeding, right? But we're not ahead. And even if we did have a couple hills, we'd probably still not be ahead in this matchup. There's not really a point in this matchup where we do win. It's not based off of items, it's not based off of levels or anything like that. It's all just based off of the matchup, and this matchup does not favor us at all. Looks like Hecarim might be setting up for a lane gank. It'll be a little difficult for me to get onto them because I don't have flash. We definitely have to bait this out right now. I was able to land a full CC chain onto Hecarim right there, or onto Lucian right there. Might actually work out. I don't think a dive would be the best idea here though. Let's just push this in. So yeah, like I was saying, it might be a little difficult for me to get on them just because Leona has tier 2 boots, Lucian has his dash, but we were able to actually bait out the the fight there by fighting before Hecarim was in range. So that worked out for us. And then because they're already in the midst of a fight, instead of having to do like a really obvious engage where I have to just RW onto him, I'm actually able to give me some trouble. For him, I guess. Yeah, but because I was able to bait that fight out before Hecarim got there, I'm able to just do the R walk through into W combo. Now that combo is actually going to be your best bet. It's the strongest CC chain, the longest CC chain for Rakan, but it's something you only want to be doing in small skirmishes or ganks. I don't really have a good angle in here, and I really need to get a recall off, so I'll let that fight go. But yeah, that fully extended CC chain, it works best in small skirmishes, because when you're going for that CC chain, it takes a lot longer, and because it takes longer, it's a lot easier for them to kill you while you're trying to go for that CC chain. If you're going for engage in team fights, what you want to be doing is just like a standard RW combo, R flash W combo, stuff like that. Because again, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, but you are not tanky as Rakan. So your goal is to get in and get out. When you go for that fully extended CC chain, you're going in and you're staying in there for too long, and that can be a big problem. Right now, taking a look at the items, we do have a bit of a lead, so with ganks, we should have an even easier time killing these guys. But still, with this matchup, I'm not feeling too confident. We have Echo coming in here. I still have my dashes, so I can get out here pretty easily. We're able to kill Leona as well. My W's in 3 seconds, so I can definitely re-engage here. We know that Lucian has no flash. Ooh, okay, I think I got hit with the delayed tower shot right there. Okay, little unfortunate, kind of bit off a little bit more than we could shoot. I was hoping that we would be able to kill the Echo before he ulted right there. Knowing the ulti was up though, probably not the best fight to go for. We end up killing Echo though, baiting that out, getting his Shen as well. So, overall really good. I feel like we played that well towards the beginning of that fight and a little sloppy towards the end. But we're 0-1-6 right now. We have a really good lead. Again, right there, not looking to engage until our jungler shows up. Just be patient. That's the #1 piece of advice that I can give you guys when it comes to playing Rakan. Is it's not about how many times you can try to engage, it's about making sure that you engage at the right time. So right there, Leona is trying to fight me for some reason. Hecarim's coming in, so I'm able to go for, again, another fully extended CC combo, R, walk through, then the W, and then after that, just able to chase down for some free kills. So, overall, our team is in a good position. We're evened out in dragons. Hopefully my Kai'Sa doesn't get caught right now. I was hoping she would recall. We went for a little bit too much right there. I think we can actually 2v1 this, though. I'm baiting right now. Hecarim in the area. Hecarim is not really paying too much attention, though. Yeah, this is a fight we definitely can take if my team's paying attention, but that is the issue here, isn't it? Echo's here now as well. I'll go ahead and proc this just so we can keep eyes on him a little bit longer. This bush is going to have a control ward in it still, so there's no point in me dropping a ward in that. I could potentially look to go in on this Lucian when Kai'Sa gets here. Or even this Leona, because she is standing right here, and if she fights back, she's going to take a tower shot. So that's another delayed tower shot onto Leona right there, just like I had one earlier. The reason I'm able to actually go for that fight, like I know it kind of contradicts what I've been saying this whole time, where we can't fight in this lane, we can't fight in this lane unless we have ganks or, you know, really good setup. Right there was a really good setup because she's just auto-attacking the tower. If she turns at all like we saw her do right there, she's going to take tower shots for free. Now, this Echo is very comfortable in this lane right now, so that tells me one of two things. He's either feels confident that he can kill Kai'Sa, or Echo's nearby. I know that this is a control ward right here, and Echo was nearby, so I'm just going to do a little sweep right now. See if I can find Echo, clear out some vision. We're pretty close to getting our items, so let's also keep that in mind. This is a bit of a risky control ward to go to because I don't know where Leona is and I don't know where Echo is at the moment. I'm able to get that. No worries there. As long as I have my E up and I have Merc Treads and Leona doesn't have ulti, I can pretty much get out anytime I want. Yes, her CC combo without the ulti and with Merc Treads is not going to be too much of an issue. Now here we actually do have a little bit of a problem though, just because if we recall at this point, they will get the tower. So I'm hoping that with Hecarim bot side, his top side jungle is cleared. He doesn't really have another place to go. He has Ghost up, his ulti is not up, my ulti's in 15. I think we can still fight this though, if he just comes down the lane. Not the priority target I wanted to go for, but I felt like I almost needed to go in there. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I felt like I almost needed to go in there with the GP ulti. Barely got my ulti off in time. Had just come up and I was able to proc it right there. I have Demolished, so we can probably get this tower pretty easily, but Echo again, not sure where he is. Also, one thing I do want to point out, this is not intentional, but I do have a second point in my queue right now. I was in the midst of a fight earlier, and I kind of just leveled it up without putting much thought into it, but not going to be too much of a problem, because, again, there is a max order for Rakan that does have a Q max, so it's not the strangest thing in the world to have a point in Q. Not the end of the world. Alright, so, at this point, we're going to be moving on to Redemption, part of Rakan's core build. After that, taking a look at the map, Rift Herald is going to be probably our next priority, or Dragon, which is up in a minute. Bot lane, our tower is still up, so you would typically kind of want to stay bot lane even in a situation like this. That tower is going to fall no matter what. Instead, I think we just kind of go mid here. If we can get this tower, that'll open up a lot of the map and allow us to get either the next Dragon or Rift easier. Echo still has ulti, so he's not my main target here that I'm looking for. Mainly just looking to go on Leon right there, peel a little bit, maybe get a kill. Dragon's up in 43, but my entire team is recalling right now. So, usually in a situation like this, with just a little bit of time left before the Dragon, I'd like to go get some deep vision set up for the Dragon. But because my team has recalled already, I'm kind of afraid that if I go for that vision that they'd be able to find me and kill me. I didn't even have to go for an ult or a W right there, because the whole time I'm just waiting for Lucian to either dash or flash. If I use my W right there and he uses either one of those, then he gets out for free. So just gap closing onto the Lucian by dashing to Kai'Sa right there, and then leaving my W up, he has no choice but to just die or waste flash, and then I still follow him. Alright, I'm in a little bit of trouble right now, but not too much damage coming across from them, so I actually just land a Q and I'm back up to full HP. We're going to drag this Dragon out. We have a control ward on it, so we shouldn't be in too much. Alright, he's able to get out, but we got the Dragon. Tried to get over to Hecarim right there, but wasn't able to. If she has flash, she'll die because I have my W, but it looks like she's just going to go down without using it, or maybe she didn't have it. Alright, so that's pretty good. I tried my best to peel Echo right there. Used my ulti on him as soon as he walked into the pit, but he was still able to survive. But we did get the Dragon, so not too much of a big deal. Right now, Rift Herald is the next priority, I would say. Mid tower is a big priority. I'll probably go grab some vision on Rift Herald, and then also go up here and see if I can help out this DP. I'm not sure if we can actually kill him though, because it's a Shen. He's pretty tanky, and GP doesn't look like he's committing so far. I'll just hit him a little bit and walk out. No harm there. I'm a little low on mana just because of my priority on the itemization in Redemption. I actually went for the Bracer first before I went for the Forbidden Idol. So a little bit lackluster in that area. So I'm going to recall right now just because I'm running into some mana issues. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell back one of these Fairy Charms. I'm going to grab 2 Control Wards because the next priority is going to be Rift Herald. And I think that if we can get that Rift Herald, it'll break the game open a lot more than it is right now. We're already looking really good. Even after those shutdowns, we're still in a good position. Everybody's really strong. We got 7 kills on Hecarim, 7 kills on Kai'Sa. This mid tower, as soon as we can get that, game's going to be looking really, really good for us. So, goal right now. Goal right now is to get that Rift Herald. That is #1 priority. We're in a little bit of a weird situation right now, though, because both of the players that we had in the side lanes both died, so our control in sideways right now is really, really bad. So we have to fix that before we do anything. Rift Herald is gone now. Because of those 2 picks, we weren't able to contest Rift Herald. Luckily, they didn't get it either, though. I done my Zeeks that I need to put on Kai'Sa still. Ever since I bought it, I haven't really been around her too much. I do have Flash right now, so I'm going to go ahead and tell my team to group mid. I think that if I could just set up a pick here, it makes it for a really easy team fight. Pretty easy fight right there. I managed to charm through the Leona and then get onto the Brand. Also, by dashing there, I was able to dash or E to an ally while also going through Lucian, which made my ulti charm him right there as well. A little dangerous being here because I don't know where Echo is, and Leona's also walking up. So as much as I want to get that Demolish proc off, I don't think it'd be the best idea for me right now. Another dragon up in 2 minutes. I still have Flash, which is really good. Anytime you're able to get a big team fight win like that, and have a good engage, a good solid, efficient engage, and you still have your Flash, that's always a good thing. Might as well recall right now. Again, all we have to do is really group. We have a really good team fight. We have Orianna ulti layered with GP ulti, layered with my ulti. Hecarim can ult on top of that. We have a lot of AoE strong ultis on our team, so grouping up is definitely our win condition right now. Grouping up is kind of always your win condition as Rakan, but with this team comp specifically, it's even stronger. It's really ridiculous right now. We do have to keep in mind though, I think the other team has a bit of a stronger comp. Now I'm in a little bit of danger. I don't think I'll die here, but definitely not the best fight I've ever had in my life. We do need to be careful though, because again, Orianna is own 3, so she's not really a factor in this game at all. Echo jungle is a super strong pick right now. Brand mid is kind of a weird pick, but Brand overall as a champion, no matter how far behind he is in a game, is always super strong. So gotta watch out for that. Leona, another one of those champions, no matter how far behind Leona is, her CC is still going to be really strong. So we have a lot to watch out for this game, even though we're up 10 kills. I'm not looking to engage here because I don't know where Echo is. Even though we're up 10 kills and we have all these things going for us, it's not going to be that easy to end the game. And then again, there's Echo, there's Brand, so even though it looked like engaging might have been a good idea right there, it's simply not the case. Dragon up in 20. GP is top, but he does have TP. I have 2 control wards, so should be able to get some good vision here. Finally able to connect the Zeeks. They're looking like they're going to collapse on Icy here, but as long as she's able to survive, be good. Lucian ulti going to come out early. I'm going to dash away early as well. I think what we need to do here is just wait for another opportunity to engage. They're kind of forcing really hard right now. They use Shen ulti, Lucian ulti. Everything is down right now. I'm doing everything I can in this team fight before I die, but they didn't actually turn on me at all, so I didn't come close to dying there after all. That was a little bit of an awkward fight just because Shen did try to like zone us off, but because it was just a 1v4, Shen wasn't much of a threat. So what I did there is just made sure I shielded, got a heal off on Shen, did what I could, but then I didn't stick around on Shen too long. I didn't need to like watch him die. I wanted to get back over to the pit, help out Hecarim, help secure that dragon. We didn't get the dragon, but we did get the team fight. Again, not the cleanest fight just because of the way that it all played out, but I still had a good ulti and a good W, which is all that really matters as Rakan. So, again, the main thing when it comes to playing Rakan is just being patient and being efficient, making sure that when you do pull the trigger, it's a good engage. Because as Rakan, you only really have one shot in every team fight to pull that trigger and make a big play. It's not like Leona. Like Leona, for example, her E is going to be up like every 6 seconds or so. So if you miss your E, you just try again at 6 seconds. As Rakan, you have to pull off a good RW combo. You don't just W in and then not ulti and then look to RW later on. You have to do it once. It has to be all together. It has to be fluid. It has to be efficient. Or else you're going to lose fights and you're going to lose games that way. Right now, this Shen split pushing, which of course that's what Shen is meant to do. We finished our redemption, so we're going to be even stronger in this next fight. We could potentially look to pick off this Shen. Looks like they might be having some help here. I'm okay walking right into this Leona just because I feel confident I can stay alive. They don't have our full team quite yet, so Hecarim needs to be a little safe. Able to get to the back line there, drop the Ignite off on the Lucian, shield up anybody that's looking a little low. Again, just have to be patient. That is just the main key here. I went in to the bush and was met by Leona, immediately in some trouble, but I don't just immediately engage on her. Instead, I go out. Hecarim goes in. I don't immediately go in. I drop the redemption to keep him alive a little bit longer. I wait for my team to show up, and I ulti flash the backline for multi-man combo. Able to hit a bunch of people there. And now we're up by 20 kills. That's a clean 5-0 fight. I'm also able to get a big item right here, at least a big half of an item. Also get enough for another control ward, which we'll basically just use to place the ones that we've already put down on the map. With Baron, honestly, 26 minutes into the game, we're 2-1-21, up by 20 kills. This should be the end of the game right now. We just push down the mid lane. We get one more team fight, we can pretty much win this game. So this game's looking really good right now for us. All we have to do is just play the next 5 or 6 minutes well, and we should have a win under our belt. I'm not sure if all of my team has recalled, though. I'm hoping they have. Unfortunately, Kaisa did not recall with the rest of the team, so now we're a little bit delayed. We can't all just push mid right now. Like, where I am right now is where I would essentially like the rest of my team to be. Instead, we have to kind of wait for Kaisa to come, and the rest of my team is a little bit behind me. Now GP is recalling, so that's going to delay us a little bit more. This is a problem that you do see quite a bit, especially in like lower ranks. Whenever you get a Baron, you immediately just kind of want to recall. I know sometimes you just need a little bit of extra gold in order to get that next item. But by getting that little bit of extra gold, you're delaying yourself a lot. So I'm in the correct position right now. My team is not quite in the right position. They'll get a pick on Shen, which is probably going to be cool and everything. But about half of our Baron is gone already, and we still haven't pushed. Orianna's splitting bot. That's going to be warded right there. So clear that. Not that this ward really does anything for them, but might as well. Hecarim's here, but our team is not, so I don't really want to fight, but I might have to if he goes in. Okay, I guess we are just so far ahead in this game that Hecarim can just run straight at him. I guess he is 15-2, so makes sense. Didn't have the best ulti or W there, but I did manage to get everybody with my ulti for the most part, and then just chase down the Lucian. And that should just make it for quite an easy game. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this one. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.